Lansing hits the road with the goal of ending Sidney's unbeaten start. The Bobcats on its first drive marched down the field with quarterback Jackson Mayo taking it himself for 6-0 lead in the first. Lansing would run game could not be stopped as senior back Corbin Lovejoy finds the sideline, then shows off the speed to make up a 2-possession lead. Sabers did not give up a point in last game last week. Mayo once again does a QB draw to make it a 19-point lead for the Bobcats. Sidney was not going down without a fight as junior receiver Brandon Lafayette gets the ball in the backfield for an end around with the first Saber points of the night. Lansing wins the game 39-14.